Alright, everybody, I have clicked the button, which means that I'm live, and we're at the grand finals of the Bill Gregg Open 1v1 tournament. I'm pretty excited because I have no clue what the results are, no clue how many games. It's the finals. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of depressing at the same time because after this match, the tournament's over. But it's been a great time. And hopefully we'll have a great series, though it will be hard to top the last series between Kimo and Skady, which was really, really awesome. So hard to live up to that hype, but we'll at least have 4 games because it is a best of 7, the only best of 7 of the tournament. And it's quite a hodgepodge of maps, mostly land maps. But one water map, Midgard, and then a few of the new maps. Drenched River is there, and then Fields of Punishment. But I guess we can go in order, so I'm not confusing everybody. I'm so excited. I'm just all over the place. But yeah, our first map will be Blue Lagoon, then Midgard, then Drenched River, Ghost Lake, Fields of Punishment, Alfheim, and then Marsh, of course, provided we get that far into the series. Um, we are going to probably be seeing a lot of Egyptian wars, just to warn you all. I know looking through the YouTube comments, people were, at least the vocal ones, were a little disappointed to have Egyptian versus Egyptian coming in the finals. But here we are, Egyptian versus Egyptian. Now, I don't mind Egyptian v Egyptian. I like to play Ra, so I'll like this series, regardless. But I know some people wanted something else. But yeah, so this is going to be pretty awesome. Joe and Kimo already played in the double elimination stage. It was Joe defeated Kimo 3-0. I think looking back, it was pretty clear that Kimo kind of trolled his way through the series, knowing that you could lose a series and it not matter. Because Kimo didn't play Ra, he played Oranos, and I think like Hades or something. I don't even remember now. But he lost 3-0. It wasn't really that close. And since then, he lost a couple against Shelty and then has switched to Ra and has played really well. So we're probably going to see a lot of Set or Isis versus Ra, I think. Um, and Ra, for the most part, does okay. It's pretty even, I'd say, Set v Ra. Pretty even. But we'll kind of go into it as we go through the game some, rather than staring at this screen with the maps that are probably too small for people to even see anyway on smaller screen sizes. But so let's just get into it. I'm excited. No spoilers, hopefully. And we will have a nice best of 7 for everybody watching Twitch, YouTube, now, later, or whenever. So let us get going. We'll just get started. I'm excited. Game 1 will be Blue Lagoon. I would think that we will see Set versus Ra in Blue Lagoon. I think so. Let me just double check. I'm just making sure my stream is looking okay. And I got the volume all right. I've got the view right. If I wait, once my phone with the cracked screen loads. Really the best items around here. Let's see. Does it look like okay? You'll see a lot of, I know we'll see a lot of Egyptian. Okay, it looks like we're good. We got a few people. Nico Fan, Ace Man, good to have you guys. Not quite quarantined yet, man. I tell you, we are, for those of you watching later, maybe years from now, we're in the midst of the coronavirus. So, Kimo versus Joe. We'll see Egyptian. Like I said, though, I like Egyptian. So, I'm not going to mind this. Though I know there's a lot of people that maybe not so excited. Oh well. If you don't want Egyptian v Egyptian, maybe play better. It could have been Skady. Skady should have won. So it should be Joel versus Skady, but Skady choked. Should be. But whatever. You're past that. Joe versus Kimo, game number 1. Oranos versus Set. Okay. So Kimo is going with Oranos versus Set. That's a surprise. Okay, let's pause this. My chat thing is going a little bit bonkers. There we go. Okay, Oranos versus Set. Okay, will there be quarantines? Probably, but we'll see what will happen this game. Will Joe be able to quarantine Kimo's Oranos? Or will Kimo be able to just party around Joe's base? So, Oranos is not a bad choice against Set. Man, I was not expecting this. So much for the Egyptian Wars. But yeah, we've got Oranos Kimo. We've got Joe Set. Joe is not his vision. He is getting on his rhinos. It's very open. Yeah, do not spoil anything, Mr. Ace Man. So interesting. So we saw Joe. Oh, this is a very, very forward gold mine too. That could be taken advantage of by the Oranos. Oh, and he's building his mining camp there. I never like it when players build their mining camp on the short side of the gold mine. It's a rectangle. But yeah, he's gonna have to wall this off very aggressively. But anyway, man, there's so much to talk about. Joe played versus Skady's Oranos, and Joe absolutely demolished Skady. But in my opinion, that was because Skady or Skady, tomato, was very, very, very careless with his villagers early. And in both games that he played Oranos, he lost 2 citizens by like the 5-minute, 5:30 mark. GG at that point. I think if you play carefully, don't lose early citizens. Oranos does well against Egyptian. You just have to be careful, because the early shift can really destroy you. Also, actually, with there only being 2 giraffe, Joe won't be able to do the 4-minute advance like he had been doing against Skady, because this isn't enough to advance. So that'll change things, where he won't be able to advance quite as quickly. I think he's not going to be able to. I mean, maybe if he hops on the pigs, but that would slow it down. Yeah, we see he's not even building the temple. He's got 100 gold now. Okay, coming forward to this hunt. And now he's coming. Yeah, see, yeah, he's not going to be able to advance 4 minutes like he did against Skady. So that's going to give Kimo a little more time to get what he wants done. Because Skady advanced 4:30. That did not go well for him. And we don't have a temple yet. Kimo, you can see, is not going forward with these vills. He's actually going to his berries. He's could have walked all the way down here, but then against Set, you can't really do that. No, we see the aggressive, not the aggressive, the very the opposite actually. Defensive walls here, and the temple there. Tusk of the Iron Boar. That's a good Egyptian relic. And then Flakestone of Buin, minus 25% gold cost, is on this. He's going to need to get a manor on these citizens. And Joe is not up yet. Yeah, we're going to see probably about a 445. Oh man, he's found some elephants to convert. That's big. That is big. 445, I would think, from Joe. Oh, 5 minutes. That's slow. 5-minute advance. So we're definitely not going to see any aggression from him. So what we will see is, I think Joe will end up trying to get this town center here. But advancing at 5 minutes, he might have to blow Shifting Sands, maybe, if he wants to get this town center up. Depends what he does with these animals, if he saves them to fight or if he eats them. Because yeah, he's definitely going to go for a town center, so a 2 town center grab, pretty standard for the set. But the Oranos can punish, and then another thing to look at, gold mines. This town center does not protect a gold mine. Does he have a back mine? Oh, he does, but he did not scout it. Right there. No player has scouted it, actually. So we have the Prometheus up. We're not going to see any shifting shenanigans. It's too late. At 5 minutes, you can't shift forward. Oh, he's going to grab the back town center. Yeah, he's not going to get the forward one. boy, he might go for a shift, but this is too late. You shouldn't shift at this point. He probably will go here and shift. Oh, he is shifting. Okay. Oh, does he get the block? Oh, he did not block either. That's not good. And on the backside, he has not noticed this. And he is losing 2 citizens. And maybe some more, because I think there's still Shockwave. Yeah, this was not a good shift. He tried to block him, but he didn't quite path block quite well enough. No Shockwave. So that actually works against Joe, where he shifted with little value, got attacked on his forward hunt, and lost 2 Villies. And now is kind of at a point where he can't really do any damage now. Yes, this is the winners finals. We're in the grand finale of the tournament. Oh, we get there in time. Shockwave. Oh, just too slow. He actually probably could have delayed that quite a bit. But, yeah, Joe's going to have to go back because he doesn't want to lose all this hunt. I mean, this is 1,000, 2,000. This is almost 1,600 hunt here in the shape of these units. And Kimo will have Valor up in 40 seconds. So Joe, no damage with the shift. The one thing that you noticed, and it's true with Atlanteans, is that the villagers, Atlantean citizens can kind of hop a little bit when they do garrisoning. We have Shockwave used just to kill the Wadget. I'm not really too excited about that. Kimo, you can see, is trying to get at the animals. He really should have the Rhino separate. There he goes. He might, maybe he doesn't want to lose any of these animals. This Rhino keeps getting stuck on the elephant butt. Look at this thing. Alright, so what Skady should do as soon as he gets just a little bit of pressure, we got the walls getting up. Okay, he did scout the gold mine now. Is he should be grabbing town center pretty quick. Because at this point, the pressure probably won't do a whole lot. Might be able to maybe push through these walls. But okay, got a couple barracks coming up. But yeah, now Skady should just grab town center. Probably as soon as he gets his next Valor. So he has a Hero Villi. And there we have our Valor. Got the Hero Villi. Will probably come in. Yeah, there it comes to build. See, in this situation, Skady did a little bit too much aggression. Built too much army. Oh, he got that wall finished off. And didn't get the town center soon enough. So we have Kimo already building 1 town center. And it looks like he's about to get his second. Yeah, he's got the resources. So Kimo is playing, not Skady. Yes, did I say Skady? You're right. Skady tried to beat Kimo and couldn't. And okay, we got the yeah. Did I say it? My bad. We know it's Kimo. Skady lost. Alrighty. Eating his there we go. Eating his hunt. Boy, he's got a little hunt down there, but we got the Oracle sitting there. Insult the King Kimo. Alright, remember, no spoilers in the chat. We don't know what the results are. Okay, so yeah, this is all you need to do the pressure that you really could potentially apply. And then you just tech up and get age 3 and maybe even a quick age 4. Gotta watch out for his Terma because building all these units actually slows Joe down quite a bit. It really doesn't slow the Atlantean down a whole lot. I mean, this is kind of by default what you're gonna do anyway. Actually, don't think these extra Terma really need to come in. I mean, maybe. Actually, this is a nice fight for Kimo to take. I don't like that he kind of blew his Valor early, or not his Valor, his he blew his Shockwave just to kill 1 Wadget. It'd be nice to have Shockwave for like now. I mean, you use Shockwave on these slingers, and there's so many that are dead. Kimo Fear, I don't know. Yeah, pure Terma actually so far. Oh, lost one Terma. Okay. Not the end of the world. How are we doing for eco upgrades though? Nothing. He needs to get his eco upgrades. There, now he's getting it. Pickaxe, hand axe, and age 3 Nephthys. With all of these Terma, could almost see a pre-siege from Joe. What I mean by that is pure priests and siege towers can actually work pretty well against Atlantean. But we do see a barracks coming out, so that'll be the Murmillo. Kimo still teching up, getting his eco. How's he doing? Yep, first line of eco. That's good. That's good. Joe's just sitting back. There's really no point getting out because at this point, because Terma's just run circles around slingers out in the open. So Joe really shouldn't be coming forward. And he might be able to pick off this. Yeah, so he's picked off that one. And we're going to have a Migdal. But we've got a Shockwave has to be up soon. Ooh. Well, we do have, yeah, Scorpion Man. Okay. I would like to see just pre-siege here. I think it could work. Because we only have one military barracks, and so far just one, okay, Shockwave, there we go. Kill a few units. Kind of went a little bit overkill on some of those slingers there. You finally caught one. Yeah, we're in the first game, only 11 minutes in. Really adventurous gold mine here. Could be a little bit closer. I just don't think you get any value here with set Migdal units. I mean, chariots don't do well against Terma, and Terma can do pretty well against slingers. I think you make priests here, pre-siege. Like we see, this army is just getting decimated by Kimo right now. The pure slingers kills everything that Joe has. And it's great to see Camel, but really without Ra's bonus, the Camel are pretty average at best. What time is it? We are at 9 o'clock. And finally it is the finals. Finally the finals. 9 o'clock p.m. right now, Mr. Antaz. Yeah, see, I just don't like this unit combination. Which, I mean, there really isn't a combination. I mean, everything that Joe is making gets countered by Terma. I mean, we can see how I mean, Joe's army got decimated there. Kimo is at full pop, 145, 145. See, as Kimo is playing this, I mean, I think, yeah, when Skady played Kimo's round this map, Skady won his Oranos. But it was pretty close. Kimo's got this pretty well in hand, honestly. Just no damage done to Kimo's eco. What's a good counter here? Well, given what happened early in that Joe didn't do any damage to Kimo's economy, I think pre-siege is pretty solid. Because he doesn't have the eco advantage. And the best way I feel like to win would be to do pre-siege and not lose all your slingers like he did. Yeah, Kimo is Oranos. I think building the Migdal here doesn't really get you much value for a while. Especially when you're making chariots, which the Terma do well against. Especially non-raw chariots. Yeah, we're up 80% Hyperion. Joe will get this town center up, though. Kimo does need just a few more Murmillo, though, to work as a meat shield. He does not have any Murmillo. He has a ton of barracks, though, but he's not training anything out of them. Kimo, now what does Kimo do? He's got a decision. Does he jump straight to Mythic, or does he fight it out in Heroic Age? If I were him, well, we have a Chaos, kind of a low-value Chaos when there's not a Myth unit used. I would think here you push heroic age. You could almost actually age up and still push heroic. So yeah, he is actually aging up. I mean, don't push heroic, but I think you could age up and then transition to a lot of destroyers and keep the pressure up. Because what he'd do is save his Tartarian Gate. You could almost use Tartarian Gate here, maybe. I don't know. Then I guess he could just fall back in that gold mine. Because if you use the Tartarian Gate here, I mean that's the Migdol, and you can come down here. I think Joe is quite a bit behind aging up. Yeah, Joe is not close to aging up. Not very slow to get eco upgrades too, I noticed. Well, since Kimo's pushing here, I don't think he'll use the Tartarian Gate here. Well, what's Kimo gonna do? Kind of pushing, kind of not. Destroyers are really, really valuable here. They tank so much of this almost all archer army. Joe will have to constantly micro in order not to shoot at the destroyers, and we can see that's what he's doing right now, is he's just shot at the destroyers and losing so many units on just the slingers are disappearing, and now he's finally shooting, but I mean still chariots against Terma really aren't that great. We even have a Contarius sighting. Okay, coming down on that. Okay, this is the scout to find the... Actually, we'll probably get Tartarian Gate here. And because he's pushed him off of gold, so there's no point in doing it up here. I think we'll see it on this pack of buildings right here. Yeah. And we'll use Ancestors to try to get at it. Yeah, this army count, that is a shockwave. Oh, if he retacks his units, we'll kill quite a few chariots there. Billy's also got in on that. And yeah, this army composition just not good. And does have the, I like it when the Atlantean gets this. Masons gives an initial 375 hit points to your Tartarian Gate, which makes it live just a little bit longer. And man, Joe is way behind. Way behind right here. We have the Tartarian Gate down, but I mean, a lot of idle time, a few dead villies. Joe is not looking too good. He's trying to save up to age up, but what he doesn't get being set is he doesn't get Osiris, which is kind of the Atlantean killer. Kimo used Osiris to defeat Skady, essentially. Osiris did, even though, yeah, Osiris is so big. But no Osiris for set. Is he trying to age up? Does he have a market? He does. Okay, now we see a few sieges. The siege units need to come out a lot sooner than what they did. We have a fire siphon slowly punching down. It's getting at the siege workshop now. Okay, oh, we only got like one more hit left on this Lampades. Okay, Billy's in on the Contarius. Oh, we've got a Satyr coming up. He'll have some fun with these vills once he gets down there. Big delay? I don't think so. I mean, a 3-day delay as far as what happened for real. Okay. Yeah, Joe's just too far behind. He's not aging up. I think this is about it. This Kimo's still full pop. He already has upgraded siege. Man, the mercenaries are out, but there's not enough to kill this, and that's going to be the end of the siege, or the end of the town center. And this is going to be a pretty easy win for Kimo here. Yeah, right then, right there. GG, that was quick. It all comes down to just that early aggression. I mean, aging up at 5 minutes is just too slow for the set. You gotta age up at least 430, and he could have, because he converted that early rhinoceros and then scouted with it. Having only 2 giraffe in the starting hunt kind of prevented him from aging when he wanted to, but if he just sent that rhino that he converted down here, he'd have enough food to age up and be up at about 4 minutes. And that's a completely different game. And also not missed out on that path block. I mean, you kill 2 citizens at 5 minutes, 5:30, and that's huge, as we saw when Joe played Skady. But no lost citizens. Joe lost 2. Was just a little bit behind economically all game. You can see just never quite there. He got close here, but kill loss ratio also way behind. Just a bad army composition. I mean, he was behind going into heroic because didn't actually do any eco damage. But that's game 1 to Kimo. Okay, well, let's update our scorecard here. Game number 1. Man, I got raw preset to upload here. And instead we got set v Oranos. And hello, Boyd. Good to have you. No spoilers, man. Boyd was able to stream this series live, which is pretty cool because for much of the tournament, me and Boyd, just the way our schedules work in time zones, just not a lot of opportunity to do stuff live. But Oranos v set. Okay, so Kimo wins on Blue Lagoon, Oranos v set. And let's find my win. Where's my win text? Order up the win text. It was awesome matches. Well, you know what? It was, for those of you who didn't want to see Egyptian mirrors, we got that. At least for game 1. So what is the next game going to be? It's going to be on Midgard. I think we see Joe switch to Isis here. And I really don't think that Ra plays well into Isis on water. So I don't know if we'll see Ra. We'll see Isis. I don't know. I mean, maybe Kimo goes Ra. Or maybe Kimo just goes Isis too. But we'll find out. We will find out in just a little bit. Game number 2. Isis v Ra. Okay, so he is Ra. So Isis v Ra on Midgard. Okay. Yeah, no Ra v Ra 5, 6, 7 times. It's a best of 7 Soul Stare. A little bit different than normal. Okay, so Midgard. So in Midgard, you know where your starting fish are. That's to kind of limit the RNG and have a bad dock, so they both know where to dock on their first fish. Otherwise, it's all randomized like normal. Midgard, Ra v Isis. We have our Isis player down at the bottom. That's Joe. We have our Ra up on the top. That's Kimo. Red v blue. Isis v Ra on Midgard. I like Isis here because of the Ancestors Eclipse that gives Isis the free map control. Basically, you were waiting Monday. Yeah, I was hoping to do it Monday, but I was super tired. Things weren't. It wasn't. Yeah, kids, tired. It didn't work out. So we'll do it tonight because part of it, the first half tonight. Hopefully we have more than a half, and then the second part will be tomorrow night because I don't work tonight, or I don't work tomorrow or the next day, so I got plenty of time. But yeah, so Isis, Ancestors Eclipse is everything on this map. I got on the doghouse from my rap battle. You know, the funny thing is though, the next day my wife made me cinnamon rolls, so she couldn't have been really that mad. But yeah, maybe she realizes that she got me out of the zone and made me lose. And so she cost herself money. But yeah, that was a good time. That was a good match. If you missed it, me and Boyd did a best of 5 show match the other night. Really good time. It was some good games too. It went really as well as I thought it would. It went really well. But anyway, this is much more important than me and Boyd's show match. The grand finals of the Bill Gregg Open Tournament. Isis v Ra. We've got a little bit of Boat booming. Starting off with generally, yeah, don't know about that, Tito. Generally, you'll see slower advances, almost up to like 5:30 advance to 6 minutes. The Egyptian players trying just to cover all of the fishing spots that they can. This is a really nice second dock too. We got 6 fish here. Here is a next pack of fish for Joe. Yeah, generally what you do is you'll send 1 fish this way, so you know really 1 fishing boat, so you know where to build your dock over here. And then you send another fish down this way to see where your next dock needs to go. Hello, Ozo. No spoilers, no spoilers. So we've got our double 6 fish there, 6 fish here. More fish down here. Though actually, ooh, see, I don't like this dock placement as your second dock. I think your second dock needs to widen out the map a little bit more than this, which really doesn't widen the map at all. Like, Kimo's second dock, this is a good spot. I always feel like your second dock should be like almost on a different corner of the map. I don't think you build it here because it kind of just puts you in a delay as far as fish grabbing. It kind of lets Kimo grab more. Like typically you want to grab as much of the forward fish that you can, and then you kind of fall back and start getting your fish second so that you aren't kind of losing out, especially in the Egyptian fish boom battle. Yeah, Kimo doesn't use Sekhmet very much at all. Kimo likes Hathor. Me versus Hellfire man, that is back in the day. You can't really do Scarab Rush against Isis because Sphinx and Scorpion Men do really well against Scarabs. And the Isis is going to get 2 Scorpion Men, probably. And also, well, I mean, you might be able to do your own Eclipse, but 2 Scorpion Men and a Sphinx will kind of kill your Scarabs. You can maybe get it to work, but I think it's pretty risky. Wash my hand. Very, very much so. Let's take a look. What are we at counts? 39 vills to 40, so pretty even. Nobody aging up yet. Yeah, we're going to probably age up pretty quick here. About a 450, yeah, advance, and then right about that same, a little bit faster for Kimo. And we see Kimo is a little bit more advanced as far as taking control of the map. Like Joe really just has this side here. I did at least 30 seconds. Man, me versus Hellfire. That is a long time ago. Me and Hellfire, we had a lot of good games. I wish I would have saved more of those recorded games. We had quite a few cutthroat Ravi Ra matches. I usually beat him on water, and he usually beat me on land. It's kind of how we went. Did I play Mystic Horror and Romeo Loki? I'm pretty sure I played a horror. I don't know if I played Romeo, but I remember he smurfed all the time, so I probably did. I wish I would have saved more of my old recorded games. So two monuments. Okay. Does Joe even have one yet? He doesn't. 2 monuments. That opens up the possibility of Scarabs. I just don't think it's worth it though. We'll probably just see per sign, yeah, get upgraded right away. You almost won't even see much of any cabinets. Just a few, just to kind of harass a little bit. When I played Boyd, I made way too many, and I didn't grab town centers. See what they're doing here. I think they're going just straight heroic. Oh, where's Joe's armory? We have Kimo making an armory, but Joe is not. Hello, Red Vans. Little bit more actually Cabanas than I thought. We actually have Joe kind of overloading the bottom and Kimo on the top. It's just so hard to get value out of it because of Egyptian cheap docks that you can just hide in. But actually there's quite a few vulnerable fish right around here. It's actually this bottom side of, or actually it's not the bottom, this right side of the map didn't do well for Kimo. There's really not good fish down here. But a little bit of pressure here. Actually, Kimo's doing a good job sitting on all of these fishing spots. This is not being played right now. This is a recorded game. But you really can't tell the difference, I guess, honestly, between recorded games and live. Just that you usually don't quite have as big of a crowd. Okay, got a little bit of a boat fight here. Aging up. No one yet. Joe, Kimo, almost. Yeah, I got health by health pen. You mean insurance? Yeah, I got that. No, man, yeah, this is more cabinets than I thought we'd see. So far, the trades, at least, it's gone well for Kimo. Because just sitting one lone cabinet on these fishing spots has actually made a lot of boats go idle. And Kimo has made so many fewer boats, I feel like. Well, no, it's about even. Actually, do we have age ups yet? Joe is not aged up. Kimo, no, not yet. Kimo's almost up, though. Oh, watch out for your boats. You just kind of went right in. Okay, yeah, that's not a good fight. Kimo went a little bit too close. You wanted to move to Pluto. Oh, kill a Billy, okay. You know what, that's alright. That series had a little bit of everything. Hard to say Joe's an average player, man, when he's in the finals of the tournament, though. Okay, so we have Prosperity's been used. Ooh. Joe will probably run out of this gold mine before Prosperity's done. Maybe. Also slow to age up. He is going Sekhmet. Wow, man, Kimo does not often go Sekhmet. I guess it'll end up a little bit. End up pretty, like I'm looking at here, 200. It's gonna be close. He's gonna run. He's gonna have just a couple seconds. This is actually pretty much close. I thought he'd run out of that gold mine. Anyway, we got Sekhmet here. He is doing a Scarab Rush. Tito, did you see these games? You're calling it. I feel like a Scarab Rush is so risky, though. But, oh, Joe is grabbing a second town center. Oh, he forgot his armory. It's not even up yet. Joe is screwing this terribly. Like, there's no reason he should not be up yet. He forgot his armory. That's big. Because as soon as Kimo gets these 3 scarabs, Joe's so far behind. If Kimo's able to get this Eclipse off before Joe uses Ancestor's Eclipse, there's only going to be one Sphinx or one Scorpion Man. You don't sit it on your forward town center. You use it for the extra 10 pop. So you put it on your safest town center. Meanwhile, we got kind of nothing going on in the water. But yeah, Joe aging up so slowly. That's huge. That's a big mistake. Like, there's no reason he should be up at 10:45 or so. That's slow. We're going to have Eclipse come soon. And these Scarabs will get... Yeah, you're going to have Eclipse now. Just need to watch... He doesn't have enough Chariots, really. But the Eclipse will kill the town center. But, see... Even as good as this is... The Scorpion Man's gonna come out with the Sphinx. And he'll kill the town center, but that's about all he's going to get. And you kind of wonder, will that be worth it? The Scarab Blood killed the random bird flying overhead. So yeah, you're gonna 900 resource, well 600 technically, to kill the one town center. And this is what I mean, where, this was like as good as it could have been for Kimo. And all he killed was the town center. You got a super late advance. It still does damage, obviously. We have Kimo at 2 town centers. How are we doing on the water? A little bit of a fight here, and oh, we had a big fight that I missed down on the bottom, and Joe ended up winning. But Joe has no army. He's got just a couple myth units, and they're almost both dead. So actually, well managed, these chariots can kill both of these. Okay, we do have a Migdal coming up. Joe's kind of going really hard on water, I've noticed here. Like, this is a lot of cabinets. This type of attack is better with 4... Is not, I mean, it's always better with the more units, but the question is, can you afford it? And not healing these myth units is really going to hurt. Game 1 was Oranos v set. Yeah, he's going to lose both of his myth units for really no reason. They should have been healed. And that's big. Because the Sphinx and Scorpion Man, very strong. And Joe, he's got 1900 food, though. So he can sell a ton if he wants to. I think he will now. I mean, he's got 2 grand in food. And Kimo grabbing a 3rd town center. Yeah, Joe is really, really gone a heavy water. But the town centers aren't in siege range, though, Tito. They're not. This one is not quite in. Yeah, Joe is... This is like watching me on water. But way overcommitted. Yeah, this is way too many boats. Picking off the... Oh, come on, you can pick off this last priest. There you go. Okay. Oh, no, you're even the wrong one. Okay, well, get them anyway. Get both of them. Why not? There we go. Okay, so the priests are dead. Kimo's grabbing this town center. Joe is... You're right. Joe is super committing on water. And unlike other gods, Kimo has rain. Though he doesn't have Ta for the cheaper ones. But it... Joe needs to get an army out, though. He's got the eco. He sold a lot of food. Oh, he's going up Osiris. I don't think you do that here. I think you gotta make an army first. And that's gonna really hurt him because he's gonna get pushed off of gold. And Osiris on his own, and he's only got one. He's gonna have to heal up that priest. Or not the priest, heal up the pharaoh. Yeah, I think Osiris here is a big mistake. Because you're already behind on land. Osiris in Egyptian wars really doesn't give you much. Because chariots do so well against him. And we have Sekhmet. Bone Bow really does a lot to the Osiris. Because the Bone Bow is that tech that gives chariots 4 more range. Basically it lets chariots, I mean, they way outrange the Osiris. And yet Joe is going to be gold blocked. I bet he wishes he hadn't spent... No, I don't want any spoilers, my buddy. No spoilers. But yeah, he's not gonna... He doesn't even have a priest to heal up his pharaoh, so he's not even going to be able to cast Osiris. Fortified town centers. I think you fortify your town center and get an army before you age up. Because actually Kimo going with the three scarabs, that's 600 food that he lost out on. We have this siege here. The Villies aren't reacting yet. Okay, now he's healing up. Alright, now they'll react. Osiris will probably deal with the siege. Well, when we use him. There we go. Okay, we gotta fight here. Gotta just watch out for the mercenary. You honestly almost just ignore the merc. Or, well, I guess the chariot's firing at the camel kind of saved him there. Okay, so we've got 5 kind of... Alright, alright. Rye units trade so well. He's got Bone Bow too. It's such an underrated technology. Yeah, I don't know why Joe is kind of fighting this. I mean, I've received 100 messages today. Yes! Egypt, yeah, they have nice buildings. Oh, how are we doing for techs? Ooh, not too many techs. How's Joe doing? He does have the 2nd fish upgrade. Would like to maybe see him build like 1 more dock and get up on there. Kimo could pressure this. Kill death. Well, how about we look at the kill death? 68 to 53, but this is a lot of this is boats though. Fishing boats. Yes. Joe's got 1,600 food, 400 gold. Kimo's got decent, and he's got pop room, and now we are using rain, so that's gonna really get. I think Kimo is going to age up now at a 4 town center advantage. Yeah, Kimo is aging now with Osiris. So the siege probably should not be coming in without an army to defend. Because Son of Osiris, this is going to be a lot of siege thrown out for no real reason. Yeah, I don't think you go forward here. I mean, if he kills the town center, I guess it's okay. Man, if these vills were microed a little better, he probably wouldn't have lost it, actually. I mean, he needed a wall here. Joe did. Because now he's not going to get the town center down. Yeah, even killing this town center, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 2,100 resources. But now he got this gold mine out, and we've got the next gold mine is here. Though Kimo doesn't have anything to stop it. Yeah, Joe not building a wall here was actually... I mean, he wouldn't have gotten the town center down because he got the Pharaoh empowering with 1,700 villagers. Eco upgrades. Ooh, he's got the gold one. That's good. Kimo doesn't. Kimo is up 80, 90%. And Joe really hasn't quite broken out the way he wanted to. Not at all. Oh, Sonny of Osiris. Okay, Ancestors Eclipse. Oh, he timed that right before Kimo could use Osiris. That's a fantastic timing. Wow. I mean, he didn't know that. I mean, he must have known that he was going to age up. But that timing. Oh, a fortified town center, though, comes in. Very important time there. Again, no wall here. You need the wall just to protect your... Well, you're going to have to make... Okay. He might actually get this town center down. I think he will. Because Kimo doesn't have an eco anymore. Yeah, he's at 117 and 180 pop. So Kimo's going to have to give up this. I mean, throwing away all these siege really was a problem. I mean, that's 2,100 resources, and now why not throw 600 more down the drain? So the town center is going to go down. Billy's will have to run back. Oh, Kimo does have line of sight of this, though. Though, if Kimo pressures here, Joe can now just go to this gold mine. And now he's going to get this town center back. So, this game is even. This game is dead even now. Kind of Kimo throwing away that... Kimo throwing away a total of 8 siege towers was huge. And Joe, with the fish, can't afford the elephant spam. He's got it walled. We do have just the one mummy. Oh, this is actually... Oh, wait, yeah, this is Joe's wall. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Kimo had map control, but did not build on the gold mine. You're right. That was big. Okay, now we have Osiris v Osiris down here. We do have camels, upgraded camels already. Joe's a little careless with his Osiris positioning here. And now that the upgraded camels are out, you almost have to stop the elephant spam. Because we'll probably see Desert Wind soon. Yeah, Desert Wind's coming out. That's the camel upgrade. Okay, finally the priest comes in. Yeah, if Kimo, like, for example, so Kimo spent, I mean, at least on that initial push, what, 6 or 7 siege towers, 2,100 wood down the drain. Imagine that 2,100 wood in the form of, or 2,100 resources in the form of chariots here. That would be so much more value than what we got. Joe needs to kind of wall forward with his units here, though, because if Kimo gets a squad of... Actually, Kimo only has 1 Migdal right now, which is kind of hurting him. No, he's got 2. This is actually a little bit out of position, If Joe gets, or Kimo gets a squad of camels, he can kill all of this. He's actually forcing Joe back on this side. But yeah, there's no army. We kind of now have the flip. We've got 7 catapults with no real army. Sun Osiris out here. We've got the camels blocking that gold mine. Okay. Upgraded elephants. Joe did beat Kimo 3-0 in the first round of the double elim. I think Kimo kind of didn't play his hardest. I mean, he didn't use Egyptian. Yeah, here comes... Oh, did the Osiris died too, right here. Ooh, and now we've got the camels coming in. Yeah, this army is going to get wiped out now. The army of catapults, they're gone. They're too far forward without an army to... Like, the elephants look great, but they're just more siege. So all the catapults are done, and this is the push. Now Joe's push is done. It's gone. It's over. The push is over. I mean, it's not... The game's not over. But that... Oh. 7 catapults just down the drain. And camels do really well with... So Desert Wind. Really nice technology. We'll look at it for a little bit. Showcase Desert Wind. Expensive, 40 favor. But we're talking 20% more hack damage, hit points, and movement speed. Gigantic technology. And the camels will run all over the elephants here. I just don't know why when you have 6 catapults, why you'd make more elephants. I mean, it's just siege on top of siege. One thing I'm also noticing is that Kimo has a nice trade route, despite not having water. And Joe has no trade route, despite having water. Like, Joe's got 2 camels. And could actually find himself gold blocked. Because eco, he's got 800 eco, but now he has no economy because he blew it all on an expensive elephant upgrade and 180 food elephants. And now he has no eco. Yeah, but siege boats, there's no point in getting the siege boats because there's none of the town centers are in range. Yeah, rock camels with Desert Wind are so good. They are so good. We've got these fillies kind of just milling around doing nothing. Kimo should really send a few camels. I mean, just 3 or 4 camels here could come over. Yeah, no, they're not in range. You don't get any value out of the siege boats in this variety of Midgard. And now we have a few unupgraded spearmen. Let's look at these bad boys. They do have the pierce damage armor upgrade. But as an ISIS, you really don't want to be doing barracks because Joe's God Path gives not a single barracks upgrade. I don't know. You shorten it down to here. I don't think it's good. Rock camels beat Odin Jarls. They do compare favorably, just because they train so much faster, so you can replenish them faster. I mean, the camels only get what kind of an attack upgrade do they get? 75% damage, so that's actually pretty decent. So we're talking 13 hack plus, yeah, that's actually a little more than I thought. I thought it was 50%. But yeah, now we've got the classic kind of Mythic Age push here, where you've got the towers protecting the siege. Unlike Joe, who came forward just sieging elephants and they all died, we've got a much more careful attack here from Kimo, who has taken a huge score lead. It was even at the start of Mythic Age, but Joe just tossed away so many units and didn't get any trade route. So, yeah, see, Joe's just so far behind now. He has no eco. Kimo is full pop 170 with eco in the bank. He's got really nice upgrades. Really nice upgrades here. Man. What kind of relic we got? Sistrum of Bass. Nobody cares. Man, that's going to be that. Like, see, Joe just can't. Yeah, that's it. GG. A little bit of an overcommitment on water for Joe. Sherwood can leave the stream for good, I feel like. But like Joe, it was kind of a game of throws, I guess you could say. Because we had Kimo throw all of his siege and army away here, which kind of let Joe back into the game. Because Kimo really could have. Kimo could have blocked on land, and he didn't. Who wins camels versus Prodromos? A camel will lose, but a camel is also better and in more situations. Hey, Red Van's got him banned. Thank you. Yeah, he's gone. I don't need him. I never had a problem with Gokboru, and then Sherwood comes in and acts stupid. So yeah, we can get him out. Camels are more versatile. The Prodromos are much more specialized. Like you can't raid with the Prodromos because it doesn't have much base attack. You can't really do much with it against other units. About its only other value is on siege because it gets a bonus against siege. Yeah, camels head to head, Prodromos wins, but in a variety of other scenarios, the Prodromos loses. So yeah, Joe so far not mentally prepared for the first two games. Yeah, he choked at the catapults. Because this is the kind of, right here, this is the kind of aggression that you need. Having 7 catapults is great, but 7 catapults without anything to back them up, and you've got upgraded desert. I mean, it was so obvious. I mean, obviously to me watching, it's easy to see, but it was so obvious what was going to happen. Is that the catapults were way out of position. There's nothing to defend. Once they were dead, the push was over. Kimo stabilized, got his economy rolling. Joe never got the economy going, despite having water. Just never got it going. Champ would weep if he saw this Eggy War. Man, I had some good Eggy Wars with Champ, too, back in the day. Yeah, Joe gets ahead here. Really, kind of a flat line here. This is when Kimo kind of was building settlements and lost all of his scarabs. So kind of a flat line in score, but it was when he was grabbing settlements and stuff. So yeah, then he's up 4-2, 3-3. But that was a nice game. We saw the scarab rush, as Tito was hoping. I told Tito kind of how it generally goes, and it went that way. But I guess in the end it won, so yeah, hard to argue with it, but a little bit of a game of throws. Alright, well, Joe has used Isis, Kimo has used Ra. Kimo is up 2-0. Remember, this is a best of 7. So previously we saw a few 3-0s, and that was the end of the series, but we've got a best of 7. So we've got at least 2 more games. We've got Drenched River coming up. Yeah, Kimo did a really nice Oranos. If Skady would have played like that against Kimo, we'd be watching Joe versus Skady here, but we didn't. Man, Champ did not like me, though. For whatever reason, he didn't. But, reminder, no spoilers in chat. So we're going to move on to game number 3, Drenched River. Well, let me fix my overlay here. To game number 3. Whew, Drenched River. Did I whoop him? He usually beat me. But anyway, Ra. I did beat him a couple times and he hated it. But Ra on Drenched River. Drenched River is one of the new maps. I'd say it's not one of my favorite of the new maps. It's a big map. It's kind of like watering hole sized map. You stay on delete Champ. Champ was a very grumpy person. Yes, this is a best of 7. Whew. So yeah, this is Drenched River. Very big. That's kind of hard to see because the mini map looks the same on every game. But this is a big map. And there's 3 connections and then water in between, so you can kind of, transport, maybe do some dockage later on. But I'm seeing Ravi Ra. Champ is like my wife when I read, oh, this is like the most worthless relic in the game. Kind of surprised Kimo's scouting forward like this. The hunt, you're going to have a second hunt pack in your base, which is kind of small. This map is no, it's not in the standard map pool. This is an extra map that we introduced. We didn't really introduce it. It's been out for actually like 3 years. But there's a set of 7 maps that we added into the tournament pool. So this is it. Just to add a little more variety. Unfortunately, what I see here in Ravi Ra, with the map so big, I'm seeing 3 town centers and I'm seeing a long game. That's because in Egyptian battles, the defender has the advantage, courtesy of defending mercenaries. And it's going to be hard to push because you got a long way to go to push. And it's kind of a choke point map anyway. Kimo's still scouting. Joe is not scouting. What other relic do we have? Oh, plus 5% Chariot Archer. You want to sponsor a $150 free-for-all tournament? You know what? Actually, Ace Man, I thought about a free-for-all event. I think properly run on a good map, they can be fun. I don't know if this is really a great Norse. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, there's just so few games on it. It's hard to know on these new ones. But yeah, we're going to see probably 2 town center or even 3 town center heroic tie into, I would like probably end up seeing Hathor here. Just because mercenaries are so good and Hathor gives your mercenary tech. You also get access to rocks, which if we're going to get into like a Titan race or Wonder race, you kind of need rocks. And then, I don't know, you could see Tornado or Osiris. Only 6 players though? But see, without those rules though, Ace Man, what you get is you award people for just sitting around in the game and hiding 1 unit. It's more so a little more, I like it more so of like the winner advances. Everybody else doesn't. So you have like a 36 player like 1-day tournament where the winners of 6 player free-for-alls then play in the finals. It's hard to do the points like that. But anyway, not much to talk about in the archaic age. Hunting dogs for both. That's pretty normal. Yeah, with Kimo not going forward, he's definitely just going to grab a second town center. Joe's got a couple of Villies here. Going very forward. He's actually going to get this relic. I think 6 players is enough. It's just you got to have a good map. Like you almost do. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we had okay. Ties up 517. A little bit slow. Oh. Oh. Ho, 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 ho. The Osberg wagon. This is a relic right here. Plus 25% or plus 15% caravan speed, minus 25% caravan cost on a game that you know is going to go late game. That's huge. That saves quite a bit of pop. Hey, I like that. Positions are based on units killed. That's a nice idea. But then, I don't know. Hard to say. Okay. That's a huge... Joe's actually got 2 nice relics. See, I was thinking there's only 2 relics. There's actually 4. Ooh, cheaper villagers. Yeah, that is in this map, in this matchup, that's the best relic to get. Is a cheaper caravan relic. 6 players is too much? I don't know. 5 players maybe? Alright, so town center, will we see a 2 town center grab? Or a 2 town center, an extra one. Oh, should it be an odd number? Maybe. Actually, you might be right. No, I think he's going to go 2 town center fast heroic. That's what it looks like to me. Joe is up kind of... This is too slow. 540? Why would you age up that slowly? I would think you'd want to go up faster than that. Pickaxe, hand axe, pickaxe is up, husband. You know what? That's part of the fun, though, with hidden alliances, though, and free-for-alls. Okay. Yeah, so he's just doing 2 town center. Joe is grabbing 3. I think on this map, the 3 town center is better because of the size. The only worry is if Kimo gets his army out earlier and is able to get some early raids, but when you're raw, it's hard to raid raw anyway. You get Skin of the Rhino. Kimo will be ahead on the rain front. It looks like Joe actually will probably try to age up with just hunting. Looks like to me. Yeah, 3 TC boom. I think you can afford it on this big map. 3 town centers. I think you can. Rain is up. Joe, the downside of doing 3 town centers, though, is you don't get in on the rain. Oh, these bills have actually been idle for a little bit. There we go. Get on the Aurochs. Badget scouting around. What kind of line of sight do we have? Kimo doesn't have much. He doesn't really need it. See, Age of Empires 2 has had quite a few free-for-all tournaments. They'd use a King of the Hill map with like a vault in the middle. Because otherwise free-for-alls could do it and go endlessly. You kind of need to have a timer or something. So they've always played on King of the Hill maps. Where there's like a, you know, that timer vault in the middle. Okay, so we've got... Kimo should be aging up pretty soon. Eco doesn't look good now, but when you're using the rain, it'll jump really fast. Got all of his eco upgrades. You need husbandry and plow for rain. Kimo, oh, Kimo is aging. Well, you know, if you're willing to put a, I mean, if you can find someone else to host it, that's great too. I guess it might be good for me to have a bit of a break, though. See, I would do it as a one-day tournament, a free-for-all thing. He stole from me. No, the 3 town center, that's an old one. On a big map or a defensive map like Alfheim in a Raw war, it's a good build. It's a good strategy. So yeah, so Joe can age up pretty quickly as well. Yeah, he's up 40%. So he's really not up much slower. Just he doesn't have his farms yet. Okay, here comes the Migdol. Yeah, kind of surprised Kimo is going so slow getting his 3rd town center. He really is valuing some early aggression, which Joe's a little slow to wall. My Kronos is undefeated against Boyd, you're right. Okay, we might see a bit of a raid here. 150 USD or Monopoly money. Just gotta watch out on garrison your units and get on the Wadget. Okay. Well, don't... Oh, he's shooting at the wall! Oh, no! He's gonna lose his rock. That's gonna be the end of the rock raid. Now he notices. Oh, he shot at the wall. Oh, man. Now we're gonna have... Oh, man, if he can get line of sight of that... Oh, the camel is just out of range. He came up here. He could have used locust on here. That would have been big. Now Joe's using rain. Not a lot of farms. Not too many farms here. It's 1080p, you mean to stream? I don't think I have a choice of how Twitch selects me to stream. I'm sorry. I guess you'll have to watch the VOD later, Carlo. I don't know if Kimo won, man. He won the second game. Oh, the second game you mean? Yeah, Kimo won Midgard. Did I update the scorecard? Is it 2-0? See, this is what I mean, is that so Kimo has the earlier army, but not really any value out of it. It's just so hard to raid route. And Joe's got some nice walls too. And of course losing the rock, not so good. Kimo still does have... He's got 13 farms, 8 farms now. He's actually got more farms than Kimo does. Interesting. Ooh, good to get that third gold upgrade very quickly. You know what Joe needs to be doing though? He has that trade relic. Should be making a market and starting his trade route like now. Joe getting a lot of eco upgrades for everybody getting researched. I think economically we have Kimo is a little bit ahead. That's because of the rain early. Well, he's actually a little bit behind now at the end because he's a little bit behind in Villies. Okay, we got Zeus late game better than Ra. With Hephaestus, it's pretty equal. It kind of depends on how closed the map is. The more closed the map, the harder it is for the Zeus. Because the Zeus needs to attack multiple fronts. It's pretty close, Zeus v Ra late game. Yeah, I don't know if you get... I think at this point you save your Locust for later. Like if you ever get a push on a town center that you need to get it down, I think you save it for then. I don't know if you get much value out of the Locust now, because it's not like it's really going to allow Joe to like push at all. It might put Joe on the aggressive, or the aggression for a little bit. But yeah, very late game, I'd think probably, I would agree on most maps, Ra would be better, because Ra gets those stupid mercs. And it can be hard once the late game walls and stuff has come up. Yeah, Carlo, why don't you watch on YouTube? Somebody put exclamation point YouTube, or exclamation point YT for Carlo. Alright, so now we have a little bit of a counter raid from Joe. But again, oh, he does have heavy camels though. But there's enough camels to defend here. The Wadjet is gone, and all the myth units are dead. Yeah. Ravi Ra on this map. Pretty defensive. Camel raids are cute and all, but they don't really do much. Again, Joe, where is his trade? Did he forget he has this relic? Shoot. You should be using it by now. Definitely should be throwing out in the markets. I don't know why Kimo is fighting this. I guess he didn't mean to. Because he lost a ton of units there. Kimo's actually quite a bit behind, and it's because of the 3-town center versus the 2-town center. Well, Kimo's up Horus though, but that won't give him much value. Oh man, you can actually get all these villies idle, and without any unit upgrades here. Kimo... See, this is where in a game like this, I kind of like the forward shifting sands attack. Where, like, if Joe had prepared... Like, what you could do now is use Tornado here. Though we would have counter shifts. He could Tornado this, shift his army and Villies down here and try to build this. But I guess Kimo does still have Locust. Oh, and here comes the Suicide Siege again. Oh, they both went up Tornado though. That's cool. Yeah, unupgraded, these siege towers just aren't going to do much. I don't know why he's sending these in forward like this. But yeah, again, no army to defend, so this is going to be throwing out 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's got Locust. But we've already got Masons. And the Villies are idle or dead, but now we've got Mercenary. Oh, it'd be nice to maybe have this Pharaoh back here empowering. But I think the Mercs will take care of this. Yeah, see, just again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siege towers just thrown down the drain. And Locust. We got Chariots raiding here, but they're in a bit of a bad spot. Joe still no trade route though. Okay, he does, but this is like the worst trade route ever. Why in the world is he doing it from there to here? It's because he doesn't have map control yet. Look at this. Oh, eco upgrades. Oh, Kimo's got them all. Joe, not quite all. Ooh, he needs to get these third upgrades for gold and he needs to get all the third upgrades. Yeah, Kimo's fully upgraded. One thing that I've noticed with Kimo is that he's very good getting his technologies. I think that directly correlates into his consistency in his play. Oh, building this, okay. I don't know why, yeah, what's the point in fighting the wall there? Armory upgrades, Kimo's got the first line. Joe has, okay, he got the second one. Eggy Mirror is so boring. See, I don't mind Eggy Mirror. Now this map, a little bit boring just because of the way the map is. It's big, it's hard to build forward. You have the defender advantage with the home base mercs. Okay, killing the Pharaoh there. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, of all the new maps, this probably not one of my less favorite. Boy, Joe needs a better trade route though. Like this is awful. Of all trade routes, like why not here to there, or there to there, or there to here? Instead, he's got about the shortest trade route he could like kind of like reasonably do. I'd also like to see upgraded spearmen here. Horus Spearmen do wonders. Joe is actually substantially ahead right now. So we've got a bit of a raid. Does he have the greatest of 50? He does. Big technology plus 100% attack damage versus cavalry. That is big. Spoiler, I'm streaming the third game. I am. Game 3 of how many? I do not know. Yeah, where is Joe's trade route? Besides this crappy thing. Look how, like, he's got the caravan relic. Joe's actually in a good spot right now. He's actually got his base better fortified than Kimo does. Like, Joe could come all the way down here and build a pretty decent base here. You just need to clear out these few siege buildings there. What do we got for ecos? Oh, I think I just saw somebody start aging up, or getting the Titan age. Yeah, Kimo's getting Secrets of the Titans. Does Joe have Oh yeah, greatest of 50 is better than swine array. Let's take a look real quick. Oh, Odin doesn't get swine array. Plus 90% Old Sark damage, which originally it gave 100%. The 10% got put into Old Sark's having a base of 10%. Yeah, Joe is really far ahead. Okay, he's forward building. That's good. That's good. So greatest of 50 is also gives spearmen more armor. That's the difference, basically. Is the minus 15% hack vulnerability. It does cost a little bit more though. 40 favor. That's a lot. Joe has almost a favor to age up and get his mythic age. Yeah, Joe just needs a forward build. I don't know why in this situation when you age up as Horus, why you would even get upgraded camels. Like in Horus, you just need to switch to barracks units, at least to spearmen. The little ghost build here to stop the camels, which they're just kind of roaming by anyway. Yeah, this trade route could really, really cost Joe if he never fixes it. Like, this trade route from the corner here to here is quite a bit longer. Or you could do, the best would be from this corner to that town center. Like, basically, his trade route nullifies any benefit that he gets from the caravan movement speed relic, because Kimo's is so much better. Oh, he doesn't. Kimo is not empowering. Okay, Kimo's got his Titan Gate. Joe still does not have his Flast Wood upgrade either. Okay, unit upgrades. See, the other nice thing with... you need to spam your barracks. Is upgraded spearmen actually do really well against mercenary cavalry too. Yeah, Joe is far ahead, but he needs to kind of focus on just one side. Joe is now beginning his attack. See, both players are scared to build a Titan because of the insta tornado. So what we might have happen is Joe's got his base walled off. We do have this rock here for line of sight. Yes, this game still does have a competitive scene. This is the finals of a $1,000 tournament. $350 goes to the winner, $250 to the second place. So yeah, Joe could actually afford it to build because he's got... Oh, there is a wall here. Okay, but we need a few more... Need to get your barracks forward here. You kidnap me. You're right. What would my wife do then? Not get woken up at night when I do a rap, huh? Would like to see a few more upgrades. But yeah, let's get your catapults out. Let's get your forward barracks, and you should be able to push through here. But this trade route from Joe is just inexplicably bad. Like, this is the kind of thing that can cost you a game. And you hate to see something like that potentially cost a player a game because it's just such a self-inflicted mistake. Like, there's no reason he should be doing this bad trade route. None. But, like, Joe, I mean, Joe is still, I mean, he's so... This trade, I mean, Joe's still in such a great spot, but that awful trade route, I like these auto-queued mercenaries right here, too. They did not tornado because they're saving it for the Titan gates. Honestly, this forward build here is great. It actually is better to forward build here. Should be a winner takes all. Oh man, see, he's actually got this town center half HP. You could almost tornado this. Because it would die. That would be a decision, a really tough decision that I would... I mean, you want to save it for the Titan Gate, but you could have tornadoed that and killed it. Bit of a push up here. Like, okay, so Joe is pushing back here. Resources, Joe has none. Kimo has quite a bit. Kimo's trade route is just so huge. I mean, look how... So Kimo is getting... No, that's not right. He's got a few confused. Okay, 87? I would have thought it would have been a little bit more than that. So he's getting 87. Some of these are frozen, though. Yeah, 88. Okay. 88 versus 24. Oh, that's awful. Just, like... That's costing him so much. It's costing him so much. 88 to 24. Banning a god for the opponent and making a force pick for game 1. I don't like that rule. Because then nobody will ever be able to play their best god. Like, let's see what the eco is. Like, Kimo... He does have more villies, but Kimo's economy will eventually start ballooning. Just based on the trade difference, though. I mean, Joe's got a nice little push here. But I just don't think he's going to be able to hold it. Joe also missed an opportunity to Titan. Oh, we got a rock drop. Four catapults in the rock. Like, Joe could have tightened a while ago, I feel like, because he's got his thing almost all the way walled up. Just remember, no spoilers for anybody that may be joining in. We are in game 3. Oh, we got some cabinets! I like it! See, the water is coming in here. Military, though. Okay, nice upgrades for the spearmen. Kimo actually has the other one, too. Plus 0.67. This is another nice... Really nice spearman upgrade. Plus 30% spearman hit points, plus 10% damage. Those two technologies from Horus make spears so fun to use. Yeah, but then you don't get his quality of games. Like, the one reason we didn't do that is because the last big tournament, the summer tournament, had where you couldn't play the same god more than once. So you got a lot of kind of pretty scrappy / low value maps. Oh, he's got to watch out for his rock flying right over top. Oh, we got a priest here. So Joe's already noticed this. And Kimo is not going to get any value out of this rock drop. He's got another one there for line of sight. We should need upgrades like spearmen. This trade route, like, the best thing that could happen to Joe is if this market gets killed. Because that might trigger in his mind that, hey, I have a 24 gold trade route. 24 gold trade? That's awful! Man. 24 gold. That's... If Joe loses, that's going to be the changer. The game changer. Oh yeah, if you're gonna do it on EE, unfortunately I can't do EE. Can't really play, it's too laggy, and I can't stream it. So yeah, I have something like Iron Maiden could do it for you. Look at all these idle caravans though. But see, Kimo can push off of this because he can afford all of the mercenaries and Joe can't. Boats need a nerf? I mean, you just don't fight next to the boats. I mean, how often are boats really do that much? Get really to that point where they're... He's even got heavy cabinet. It's actually a nice tech. All the upgrades. But see, Joe can't afford the mercenary spam. Whereas Kimo can, because Kimo getting is now 69. Oh, some of these... It's going to be a little bit higher than that. 81 gold now, slightly less. But yeah, see, Joe can't push. Viably it is. I mean, you can. I mean, it's your tournament. You're $150. You can do what you want. Oh, we've even got the upgraded war barge too. That's actually nice because that can clean up down all the way down to here. Catapults actually do well against boats. I think Joe's got this on purposely. Oh, now it's shooting at the there. No, it's shooting at the Gabennet and it'll never hit it. So in a stalemate like this, I don't think it's GG though. He can't hold the push. Like Kimo could just build a few catapults and even chariots with upgraded. Well, no, the TC is not in range. The catapult can, it just can't hit them when they're moving. So the catapult's got like 1 track rating. Yeah, I mean the boats in the trade is big. Honestly, Kimo should just delete this market and just trade with this one, and then he's doesn't have this worry anymore. You know what I mean? There he goes. See? And now these boats will be kind of pointless, other than getting map control up to here. Because yeah, now the trade will just go down to here. No, it's not quite in range. The siege can come all the way down to here, though. Really high value. This trade route. I can't even look at Joe's base. It gets me too mad. Ugh. All the upgrades. Plus 4.5 hit points from the relic. All the upgrades for Joe for the army. Kimo's almost got them all. He needs his last tech. Oh, Joe is getting the tech for the Medche. Again, no Titans because they're scared of the tornado. That's costing him. That is costing him. Okay, we got Kimo trying to build docks. Kimo's building docks on all of them, and he's doing a little forward build. This is the only excitement here. So yeah, spamming units into each other really doesn't do a whole lot. It is kind of an endless stalemate. What you need really is buildings. You need your buildings to fight for you, because buildings don't cost pop. So you try to spam this with buildings. Why can't Gastrophates hit anything? Because their track rating. I mean, they can't. I don't know what their track rating is, though. I'm not sure. They probably can. The problem with the Gastrophates, they also have a really long windup, which affects their accuracy. In that, as a unit shoots more from the same spot, it gets to 100% accuracy after 3 shots. The Gastrophates almost never reaches that because of how long it takes to get to those 3 shots because of their long windup. But yeah, this is what you have to do. Is late game, you really want your buildings to fight for you. But yeah, Kimo can kind of indefinitely defend this because of the trade route. So really, what Joe has to do... Look at all these walls. Well, you don't use the wonder you don't use a tornado on a wonder because it only does like 4,000 damage of hit points. You gotta save it for the Titan Gate. Tyroi have been boosted. They're actually pretty decent in certain situations. I like a Tyroi. But yeah, Joe's on the aggression. But his trade route is just hurting him so much. Because probably he's fighting, I would think... He's fighting at a kind of a military disadvantage. Because they've got almost equal see now they have almost equal Villy counts, but you can see how much better Kimo's gold income is because of the difference in the trade route. I mean, Joe, this is even with Joe having that relic to make them faster. He's still falling so far behind. Yeah, like I said going into that, this is a game that would go late game because of the way the map is. It's big and it's got choke points. See, like, Joe is just so close to breaking through here, but his trade route is just hurting him so much. Look at these caravans are like intentionally taking the dumbest route. Like, this is so stupid. Why? Yeah, you're right. Like, we've been fighting here at this point for like 10 minutes now. I think it will end up going to a wonder. I'm actually amazed that nobody has built one yet. Kimo was... See, if it comes to wonders, Kimo's going to win. Because he can afford one sooner because of his better trade route. Now, having said that, I don't know why these caravans feel like they need to run all the way up here. Well, yeah, see, Thyroid don't do well against army, though. You are right. Nothing going on over here. We got a random cabinet down there. I'm surprised we don't have a Titan gate. I think we see Kimo walling this all in because he wants to build his gate. And as long as he's perfectly walled in, there's not a rock for Joe, so he won't be able to get in. But yeah, this... not going anywhere. This could be one of those games where I usually don't do fast forward. I still don't even have the third wood upgrade. Hey! Hey! Look at this! Finally! Joe has fixed his trade route. Now let's see what he's going to be getting for gold here. 70 gold, it looks like. There we go. Jeez, finally. Though I still don't know why he did it from this way and not from this corner to the town center that's right on the edge of the map. So it's still kind of stupid. But at least it's a lot better. So we will give Joe props. Yes, he has the extra speed relic. So yeah, that's going to help him a lot. But it's kind of it's kind of too late now because he lost his step here. Now we have Kimo doing the first wonder. Kimo is getting 61, so it's a little bit smaller because he's got a slightly smaller trade route. But see, Joe would have the eco to make a wonder by now, but his trade route sucked. And yeah, he's not going to be able to keep up because Kimo already has, what's he got? Over 30 vills and the Pharaoh empowering. So Joe's wonder is going to come up late. You went to the weird side of Twitch. Yeah, there are some strange channels on Twitch, man. You got to be careful where you go. Okay, so we still have Shifting Sands, and we still have Tornado. Really, with Shifting Sands and Tornado, it's essentially properly done an insta-kill on the Wonder. Because you can shift, you can shift 15 catapults, cast Tornado. And then Tornado has, when you use a Tornado, it prevents other god powers from being used within like a certain radius. So your Tornado would protect anything from being shifted or your units being shifted away or Tornado being used on your catapults. So as long as he gets line of sight and builds like 10 catapults, he can insta-kill the Wonder. So what I think we'll see, as long as it's properly done, we'll probably see this Wonder get killed, this Wonder get killed, and then Kimo maybe win with the second Wonder. We'll see, that's ballsy. Well, you need a second wonder. You build your wonder so that when you kill his, now you're winning. Because if you just kill his wonder and don't have your own wonder, then you don't win. Yeah, you probably... I do probably agree with you, though. I think you probably do your Titan Gate first. Ooh, that's wide open. Are we going to get any line of sight? We got this rock that's way out of the way, though. I don't think we're going to get any line of sight. Okay, so Titan, Wonder. Can he beat it? Well, Kimo has the advantage. So we have the Wonder up. So 10 minutes. 10-minute timer. 9:40 left. He can beat it. Because Joe does have map control for now. So he can just stock up and build a ton of siege. Free version of Age of Mythology to play. There is... you can search how to play with Windows 10 Age of Mythology on YouTube, and you'll get a video that'll help you set up Age of Mythology. Oh, it's only 17%. Oh, the caravans could... These chariots... Oh. Okay. I think he'll... Oh, it's going to be close. The tornado. 19, 18, 17. We have a catapult that's dead. Why is he running his villies? He needs to repair it. Okay, that wonder is the ton. Oh, that's big. Yeah, you can post that link. See, just having that gap in the wall is huge. I don't know why you'd run, because the tornado can only do a certain amount of damage. And he had already tanked that full damage on his villies, so he should have kept building it. And I don't know, it still might have gone down anyway. That's huge, though. Just this stupid gap in the wall allowed that. Wow. I mean, all is not lost. But now's the problem, is that Joe will have to kill a wonder. And a Titan. In order to survive. Let's get all this text off my screen. Okay. Now, he can still kill the Wonder. Like I said, I don't know why he's building siege towers, though. You shift. He could have shifted the units away. Now it doesn't. It only shifts like 600 units worth away. Joe just was careless and had a hole in his wall. Well, you're sending your rocks forward. Oh, he's just gonna shift. This isn't enough siege, though. It's not enough siege. Okay, well, maybe he's building more. And I don't know why you wouldn't do catapults instead. Well, I think you'll get it. Well, he needs to get them all kind of put in the same spot, though. Oh, he's even getting some mercenaries to get in with this. Okay, yeah, this should be enough to kill the Wonder. How many can you shift? You can shift as many as you can fit in your little circle. There's no limit. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be able to get line of sight. He's going to shift. This will kill the Wonder, but the problem is he has a Titan on the other end. Yeah, this will kill the Wonder. No doubt. No question. But see that now Kimo's going to be able to build a second Wonder. And his Titan can kill Joe's Wonder. Yeah, easily, actually. That was really easy. And see, now Joe is going to lose because of the Titan and him not having one. No, there's no limit to shifting your own units. You can shift as many as you want of your own or your allies' units. But yeah, so this Titan will kill the Wonder. Oh, infinite your own. As many as you can fit in your little circle. Okay, so yeah, this Titan will kill that Wonder, and then you have oh, he did kill the town center. Big deal. Okay, well now Joe is gonna have army pop again. Look at the economy. Kimo has 4,395 gold. As soon as he gets this town center built. No, EE I don't think is different. It's the same. You actually can't limit it, actually, so it's the same. You cannot limit the number of hit points for your allies or yourself. Alright, yeah, so the wonder will go down. Yeah, here comes the next wonder. And so now we'll start having problems for Joe getting at the wonder. You might be confused because in the latest patch for Extended Edition, they had a note about changing ally hit points. I don't know why they included that, because it doesn't change it. It's infinite. It's hard-coded. Alright, so Joe is pushed back a little bit here, but again, this is the big thing. Because this Titan will prevent Joe from building a wonder for probably the next 5 minutes. So Joe will have to kill another wonder while killing the Titan. And actually, Kimo really isn't even trying to attack when you look at it. He doesn't really care. He's just worried about getting the wonder up and surviving that with 10 minutes. So what I'd like to see, actually, is lighthouses. Get line of sight so that you can see the rocks flying from a long way away. Well, both shifting Villies is nerfed on Voobly and extended. I don't know why the Titan is attacking the mercenaries here instead of, there he goes. Yeah, get on the trade route or on the town center here. Yeah, opponents being shifted is, you can change that, but your own is unlimited. Okay, so that will go down. Really, this Titan will eventually die. I mean, if Kimo wanted to, he could probably push through here right now with the Titan kind of doing all of this up here. But Joe is going to have to try to figure out how to kill this wonder. And yeah, I would agree with you, Slade. Joe's pretty much an unwinnable territory. I mean, he could try rock, but we see that Kimo actually is kind of intelligently put towers on the side here to prevent the side flying rock. He's got line of sight. Let's see how Kimo's line of sight is. So he's essentially got line of sight of his entire half of the map. So it's going to be hard for a rock to surprise drop. Yeah. This Titan. But all this Titan does is prevent a second wonder. I mean, I guess this is helpful too. It does keep Joe back and actually keeps Joe's pop down to where you can't do a rock drop. So that's good too, actually. Building the towers just to slowly kill the Titan. But yeah, Joe had chances early. He could have pushed through if he would have had a better trade route. Like, his trade route prevented Joe from pushing through when Joe had the advantage. And that's really too bad. Because it's... Yeah, if this wonder didn't... If the wonders didn't exist, this game, you could potentially get like a forever game in a match like this. So, in a way, you have to have a wonder. He's building this wonder just to get the Titan away so he can build his town center back up. Do we have a rock? A rock. A rock. No rocks. And now we do have actually Kimo pushing over here as well. So yeah, Kimo has the wonder. He's pushing. He's got the Titan. I don't know why the Titan's wandering out up here. Joe is probably watching this stream, is shaking his head. Maybe. I don't know. Joe's probably sleeping actually right now. Maybe Joe is thinking about how he won the next games and won the tournament. So he's got his town center back up. Okay, so here comes that. He's pro genius player. Well, I know it doesn't take. It's not really a genius on this map. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Yeah, Joe is British. But yeah. Maybe he's kicking back with 2 blondes. I don't know about that. Whew. Yeah, see what Joe can't... Oh, Joe doesn't have an eco. Where is Joe's eco? Ah, he doesn't have gold. So yeah, the only thing he can do... He still has Tornado. We've got 7 minutes left on the Wonder. Titan is slowly getting pushed down. See, Joe has to just make mercenaries to kill the Titan. Kimo, how is Kimo doing? Economically, Kimo's alright. Joe's got a ton of, what was that, wood? Yeah, Joe's got a ton of wood. Nothing going on this half of the map, nothing on this half of the map. Actually, how can you have 3 halves? Nothing on this third, nothing on this third. This is going well for Kimo. Would like to see a few more military buildings and like a few siege workshops up here, because right now Kimo's siege has to come from all the way down here. Is Joe JQ or action? Joe is Joe. This Titan, I mean, it just does so much damage because Joe can't get enough pop to do a rock drop as long as this Titan is alive. Joe might, I don't know, this Titan might even last towards the end of the Wonder. Yeah, Titan's got 7,000. The problem is Rod can't kill a Titan. Oh yeah, I forgot you're the one that's getting married. Your bachelor party for a wedding that's now canceled. Yeah, that's too bad. Ooh, Kimo's getting a nice push on this town center though. If he gets the Titan on it, he might actually be able to keep this one down. See, now what Kimo should do is just keep the Titan here, and he will be able to take this spot. Joe gets the Caravan Relic. Congrats on the reprieve. Yeah, you know, my buddy of mine has his wedding canceled too. That's too bad. It's in April as well. Yeah, see, now this Titan is gonna... And once Kimo gets this town center, even if his Wonder dies, it's game over anyway, because there's no way you can come back 4-2 town centers. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, Joe is going to be down 3-0. And unfortunately for you guys, I'm going to have to finish the rest of the series tomorrow night, because it's almost 11 o'clock. So, what happened? Nathan? So what happened is Joe built his Titan gate here, but he had a hole in his wall right here. Kimo sent a few chariots forward. He shifted a few units to get line of sight then of the Wonder, or of the Titan gate, and used Tornado on the Titan gate, and that killed it. Joe used his shifting sands to kill Kimo's first Wonder. And Joe still has Tornado, but Tornado only does about 4,000 damage to a Wonder. And yeah, Kimo's gonna get this town center with this Titan. I mean, if Joe gets his own Titan, it's probably still a little bit of an even match, but I feel like Kimo would win with a Wonder. We've got the Tornado used here. As we can see, Tornado actually does not do damage to a town center that's being built either. As we see, it's done max damage that it can to Villies, so the Titan gate will come up. Yes, the first Wonder was killed. There was a game, which game was it? I think in the summer tournament, or maybe a team tournament where there was 5 Wonders built, I think. I think it was the Hybrid Cup, actually, on Team Migration. There was a 5 Wonder game. It was funny. Okay, but yeah, this game is over. Kimo is going to have 4 town centers. Joe only has 1. There is still a Titan. There is still a Wonder. And Joe has no way to win this. It's done. Just a little too careless with this Titan gate. Didn't have it fully walled off. Kimo had his base walled off, so Joe couldn't get in to get line of sight. Joe's trade route was so bad that prevented Joe from doing his early aggression and keeping it up. And really, it kind of showcases, and I mention this from time to time, is that, and that's GG. Kimo up 3-0. Not over yet. This is a best of 7. We'll be over for tonight. But what this game showcases is that you can play really well, have very few mistakes, but 1 or 2 big mistakes can cost you the game. And like, you can do 98 of 100 things right. But the 2 things that Joe did wrong here was a terrible trade route for no reason, and building his Titan gate a little too lackadaisically, not enough villies on it, and a hole in the gate, which allowed close line of sight to shift tornado. So 2 mistakes, and that's what cost Joe here. Because I think if he has a normal trade route, I think he could push through here. But we'll never know, because he didn't have a normal trade route. So Joe is losing 3-0. We'll have to end it for tonight. Continue tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll finish the series. So about the same time start time as tonight. So I started about 2 hours before this tonight. So we will start about 2 hours before this tomorrow night. And we'll do a quick little recap, I guess, of what we saw so far. And then get into game number 4. Kimo is really good. The problem with Kimo is that he really doesn't enter very many tournaments prior to this. I think he entered 2 tournaments. One he lost, and one he smurfed on somebody else's account and got booted from the tournament. And I always say that, well, he's not expert. I mean, well, that's so stupid. I mean, he's an expert. He should be expert staff, but whatever. But in my opinion, it's the tournament games that matter more than the random Voobly games, which that's what Kimo plays over and over and over and over. There is also, the reason he was seeded 6 was because of A, he never really played in tournaments, and B, I actually didn't think he would be, I actually didn't think he'd schedule well enough to not get kicked out of the tournament. Which he was actually twice in the tournament. He was getting towards the point where a potential removal based on scheduling, but he pulled through in the end. Pulled through. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I am going to go to bed for tonight. Actually, let's finalize the scorecard here. So we had Ra v Ra. Ra v Ra. I don't like how these are all off center here. Let's organize this a little bit. And now our next games we are gonna have tomorrow night. Sorry to end this for you guys, but I need to sleep. We're gonna have hopefully at least 4 games. Ghost Lake, Fields of Punishment, Alfheim, and Marsh will be tomorrow. Starting off with Ghost Lake, Joe has to reverse sweep, and at this level, it's hard to reverse sweep because, I mean, you lose the first 3. How are you gonna reverse sweep? Is it possible? I've heard recently someone got reverse swept in a best of 5 show match. And actually got reverse swept and lost an extra game, but I don't remember who that was. So it could happen. It's gonna be tough though. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I had a nice little crowd today. Good to see, and hopefully to have most or all of you guys tomorrow night for the very, very, very last stream of the tournament. Hopefully it's not 1 game and we're done, because that would be a little bit depressing. But we'll find out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Some good games so far. Let's have 4 more. 4 more good games. And that's it for tonight. Salty. I'm not salty. It was actually, if let me put in a quick advertisement. If you did not catch the stream best of 5 plus 1 between me and Boyd, you should watch it. It was a good series. It was a good time. So yeah, watch it. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Catch you tomorrow.